Introduce yourself.
John Watts, but everybody know me as Johnboy in the streets.
John, you an author?
Yes, author of 42 books.
What's your latest book?
My latest book is this book here. Life is like a traffic light. It changes every few seconds.
And what's the book about?
The book is about encouraging people, keeping people from trying to make mistakes. We all gonna make mistakes in life. But because I made several, I wanted to share my mistakes to people and show them that, listen, you don't have to go down the same road. We have to learn to slow down. A lot of times we get in green to keep going and don't know when to slow down, which been a lot of our problems. So the book teaches people how to just slow down and think and regroup. And knowing that it's okay to stop.
Kev Mac video, you know this is for sure. Kev Mac video, open your soul, represent your ghetto, baby.
If you could just share with us your thoughts of money, going to bed with money, waking up with money, when you got your first millions.
When I got my first $1 million, first it was like, I thought I was in a dream. I mean, who has that kind of money? I mean, I sit there all night. Me and my little brother, 14 years old, we would just count it. Up to $1 million, we go to bed. A few days later, we would count the money again.
So you didn't believe it?
No, it's like a dream. And then I got $2 million. Then that was it. I got scared then with $2 million. Then the most I ever had prior to that, probably $200. Now they had $2 million. So to be able to go to bed and wake up having that kind of money, I had a home, I just had a daughter, you know, I allowed my mom to live with me, and the house I purchased for her, she allowed my dad to stay in. Again, it's something that I think that most people should experience, but most won't, because you have to have that drive. You have to be able to say, I can do this. This belongs to me. I can have it. I should have it. Why should they have all the fun? Why should they live in the mansions and drive the Ferraris and the Rolls Royces? I too can have that. And I wish that most people would have that mentality so they can experience that, because it's something to at least to say that I had it. If I died today, I can say I lived yesterday.
What was the mental stress of holding that, of keeping that type of money? Where would you put that type of money? You couldn't go to the bank with it.
No, I ended up having a big hole in the garage drilled, and I had a safe drilled in there, and then I would put all the money in the safe.
So you felt pretty secure with that?
Yes.
Okay.
Because nobody knew I had it, but me and my brother.
What's the most expensive car you ever purchased?
The Rolls Royce Corniche, 1988. 200, I think it's 210,000.
Most expensive gift you ever bought your kid's mother?
I bought her a mink coat for, I think it's like 15,000. I offered to buy her a brand new Mercedes. She said, no, buy me a Hyundai. So I bought her a Hyundai, and she wasn't flashy, which I understand. You know, she wasn't a gold digger.
Okay, was you flashy?
Yes. To
Jewelry?
the 10th degree. Yeah, I had 9 cars. Jewelry, Rolex, PIJs. I had diamond fingernails, all kind of shit.
Swimming pool?
No, not in that first home in Pasadena. Bel Air Crest, yes.
So when you made it to Bel Air Crest, did you feel like, man, I arrived?
Yes, and because all the money was legit. Remember, that money came from my home health care.
Yeah, I remember the healthcare.
Yes. I used to get parties up there. P. Diddy, everybody came to my party. I got pictures of P. Diddy at my house. Gary Gray was my director for my movie. You know, everybody hung out. I dated Pam Grier for a minute.
Pam Grier with the front and back grill?
Yes.
How was that like?
They were nice. She's a nice person. She was Colorado. She lives in Colorado. She wanted to get me to come there, and I said, no, I don't. The country, she had horses and ranches.
So you dated some big, well-known women in the industry. Was you a player or was it the money?
No, I wasn't a player. I was a nice person. I was a gentleman. I never hit a woman. Don't curse them out. Don't call them out their name. I feel that if you have to curse a woman out or call them out of their name or put your hands on them, then you don't need to be with her. I tell people, 'cause I have 4 daughters, no sons. I used to say, listen, when you walk outdoors and take a bat and beat your $300,000 Ferrari or your Porsche, no. So why would you beat your woman?
Man, that's pretty good. You got an interesting story, man.
Thanks,
you got
man.
me want to read them books.
Oh yeah, I'm
man.
gonna give you a copy.
Yeah, that's good. And you, I don't know how you were younger. You say you was flashy, but you seem modest.
No, everybody said that. Thank you, man.
Yeah.
Thank you for that. Everyone tell me today. They said you're so mild and soft spoken. You don't even look like you've been in jail. You don't even look like you was a crook. Yes.
Right. Happens to the best of us.
Yeah.
Have you ever felt guilty about putting drugs in the community?
Oh, absolutely. I have a sister right now that's been doing crack since '87. I just left her. I just gave her some money a few minutes ago before I came to do this interview. She don't want no help. She's still doing crack, drinking, alcoholic, and I feel bad.
How many years?
For her, she about 31 years.
Really?
31 years. I'm gonna show you guys on video, man. She don't want no help. She lives in the alley. And I feel bad.
Your Rose?
Yes.
So would you get her cell phone? How do you stay in contact with her?
No, she lived down the street from me.
Oh, so you just go by
I
there?
just drive over there.
Oh. Well, I'm sure she got to be happy you still in her life.
Yes, correct.
Yeah, it's crazy how that gets us. I had a brother and sister using too.
Yeah.
And you don't think about it till later on
I know.
when you see it, the effects of it in your family.
Yeah.
Like,
You say,
oh,
damn. Yeah, when you sell it to someone else, no big deal. The money, bam, ooh, you know. But then later when you look at your family, like, damn, this is what I did?
Just 'cause
We contribute to that shit. No, man. No. We need to ask our communities. We need to first apologize to our communities and ask them for forgiveness. Only then, I tell everybody, every drug dealer, only then you will be free. You're not truly free if you haven't been forgiven by the people that we hurt.
Do you think we're capable of it?
Yes, we are. Because we're older now, and I think we know better.
Absolutely, I agree. And I think that everybody just starts, with all of us, because we all tore down our community.
Yes.
It's all a part of it. But I'm like you're saying, yeah, I do it every day, man. I wake up and be thankful for who I am today.
Yes.
Versus then. So John, back to the celebrity dating, man. That was a lot of different women, bro. How did you keep them all off? Because I saw some of the pictures of you back in the day. You was a pretty handsome man.
Oh, thank you.
You saying he ain't handsome?
Yeah, what happened? No, I know. We're all older. Yeah, we all look different. No, but thank you for the compliment. But I dated these different women at different times. I didn't date 3-4 women at the same time. I didn't believe in that.
You was dating Pacific.
Yeah, yes.
How many kids you got?
4 daughters.
By the same woman?
No, 2 and 1 and 1.
No celebrity babies?
No. Listen.
I mean, you dated them. I mean,
yeah, but
and you smart, and you get the money.
Yeah, but I was careful. No, I was careful.
Man, you got a good story. When he said celebrity dating, the first thing popped in my mind, we could do a segment or you could get your own show just on that, man.
Yeah.
And then it'd be other people like you that have dated celebrities before to come on there, man.
Yeah,
I
to
think
talk about their experience, what you do it, how you did it, and what was it like, and they different. Because the people think that because they all made up, they dressed up, they make, oh my God, they're beautiful. But when they strip all that makeup off and take off their weave and their wig, they are normal, regular women, just like us, and they love real men. A real woman don't want no man that is soft.
Right.
You got dirt in your fingernail, you gotta get your nail done. Better than your long nail, the finger polish. No, you know, brother, you ain't shaving it Friday. Yeah, but they don't give a damn. It's still because they know they're with a man, a real man. And that's what I talked to so many women. I was interviewing about 300 women while I was writing this book called Power of the V. I changed this to a power of validation, because every woman need to be validated, and she don't need to be validated by a man. So that particular book, I talked to so many women from Texas to New York to up in Sacramento, San Diego, and they all tell me the same thing, that I want a real man, a man that's gonna respect me. He don't have to be rich, he don't have to be smart, just someone that's gonna respect me. And that's all they're looking for, man.
When you were in affairs, did you meet any high rollers from the East Coast?
Well, I met a few guys, but you know, I didn't exchange information to stay in touch with them. But I met the guys, sat down, we talked about the old days and what. But I try not to live my life in the past. I try to live my life in the present for the future. Because if you continue to live in the past, then you can never take steps going forward if you keep taking steps, reminding yourself what it used to be like, what it was. We all have what it was, what it used to be like, what I used to have. That's fine. What are you doing today? And what are your purpose in life?
You can't go forward if you keep looking in the rearview mirror.
Cannot.
It's impossible. You're gonna run into something.
Gonna hit something.
Man, that's awesome, John. Man, I'm really glad we had the opportunity to sit down with you, man, and talk with you, and man, and just expound on the level that, because Kev Mac and like myself, we kind of pivot off each other, but we always looking at what's the next level.
Correct.
Where can we go with this, right, Kev?
Right.
Just because it's so, you can't. It's like taking your life and putting it in a box when your life is meant to be lived out.
That's what I tell people. I'm here, I have a purpose. My purpose, all the things I've gone through, put in the book. Put in the book. Put in the book.
Right.
We got to teach the others, man, for those that want to learn. They don't learn, fine. But at least we want to at least throw it. I hope they catch it. They don't catch it, fine. They miss it, fine. But at least we threw it.
What's your thoughts, Kev?
That's pretty much it. I guess the only thing I would want to know, and it's not for me, it's for the viewer,
yes,
and the content I'm trying to put together. Where was the drugs in California coming from?
A lot of it were coming from San Diego.
By way of
San Diego
the Mexican
and
border.
Yes, in Mexico. Yeah. Mexico had a lot of drugs.
Yeah, that's the type of stuff I want, so I could put.
Correct.
And it's
cut it.
Yes. Let me ask you, what's the most cash you ever seen back in the 80s at one time?
Probably that $6 million that Mike showed me in his car. Oh no, I take that back. One day I wanted to sell my Ferrari, so Freeway Rick said, "Come by the house, I buy it." So I went by one of his spots. He said, "How much you want?" I said, $100,000. He said, "You know, I don't really drive Ferrari. I got to give it to somebody. I give you 13 kilos. They 15,000 each." I said, "No, I don't want no dough. Just give me the money." And he ended up giving me the $100,000 in a paper bag, but I had to wait for an hour until the guy brought some different money. But I watched them with all this money counters. They had about 10 in bags of people, duffel bags. I think that probably 10, 20 million in that spot that I seen. I sat there and watched. They picking up all that money and to take it to another spot.
What's the most dope you ever seen in the 1980s?
The Mexican I was doing business with, when he got a chance to get to know me, he said, "Johnny," he called me Johnny. He's like, "I want to show you something." and I got in his truck. He took me to a place in Paramount. It was like a big old complex, like 16 units. And we went in there, the one door, and half of the units were all, the walls are all torn down and full of kilos, like thousands. Thousands. And it was weird that he trusted me that I would not come back and rob the place. And I'd never seen that much drugs in my life.
Was it a lot of guns?
No, it was just the drugs. I'm sure that they had people probably across the street on the roof watching the spot.
You never know.
Yes, but when I walked in and saw the drugs, he said, hey, listen, whatever you want. And I was just, shit, I ain't gonna never need this much.
At that time, Johnboy, did you ever think that era would end? Could you ever foresee it ending? Or
No.
you just thought that it was just going to carry on? This is too good. This has got to keep going.
I, just like everyone else, thought that the 80s was gonna last forever. There was no ending. There was no ending. There were times where I had people that sold drugs and they maybe took a loss and said, John, loan me 100, loan me 200,000, and you would give them 200,000 and they would come back a couple of days later and give you all your money.
$200 back then.
Yeah, it wasn't no big deal. We trusted each other.
Right.
Everybody trusted one another. And no, I didn't think it would ever end, ever, never. Yeah, but it did. Nothing good lasts forever.
I think we just about got everything, okay?
Yeah, that's pretty much it.
Man, I appreciate that.
I got one last question.
Do you?
Name some of the other clubs that may have been your competition or that you went out to back in the 80s when it was popping.
Speakeasy, one of the clubs. Candy Store, was another club that was hot in Hollywood. Disco 9000.
About Covadas.
Another wasn't familiar with them. Paradise 24 was a big competition, but it, and Red Onion.
What about Century Club?
The Century Club came later, and it was hot. The Century Club in Century City, they was hot.
All right, thank you, man. I
Thank you.
appreciate you accepting Mel's request to sit down with us today.
Thank you for inviting me.
Awesome. And Johnboy, listen here, man. What about Professor Melle Mel? I want you to hold this book and tell me that you came to see Professor Melle Mel, the Hood Postman. There it is, the Rolling 80s. We got Johnboy,
There you go.
Rolling 80s.
Thank you. I want to thank you, Melle Mel, for inviting me to come and do this show with you and Kev Mac. I appreciate you, brothers, and I think what you're doing is good for our communities and for our generation.
Man, that's growth right there, man. That's growth, man. We appreciate you too, Johnboy.
Thank you.
From Kev Mac, Professor Melle Mel, and back to Kev Mac.
Well, content is king. You know the vibe.
You know the vibe. We out.
All right.